Hello my friends, I'm Brett Larkin. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and especially huge welcome if you're new. Today's sequence is all about integrating crystals into our yoga practice. A lot of you have asked me questions about crystal healing and how you can incorporate stones, gemstones, into your yoga practice. So I'm going to offer up a sequence that incorporates the crystals today. If you don't have crystals, you can still do this class, but if you do, I suggest getting one crystal or two max. I really suggest two as a max because otherwise there's just too much different energy of the stones going on. And I'm gonna ask you to start to put the crystals at the top of your mat, again, if you're working with them. So set them down and then come on into a child's pose. Knees can be together or hip width apart, and I actually suggest that you try both for today. So start with the knees either together or apart, then try it the other way. And then pick which variation you want to stay in for around 5 breaths. A lot of times we don't tap into our intuition as much as we might. It's nice to bring a little bit of experimentation into the practice, even when you've been practicing a long time. Test different things out in the body. From here, gently begin swaying your hips side to side in this child's pose. You're just making a gentle rocking motion left to right. Begin to drop into your body. Slow down your breath. And feel your forehead fully release into the floor, maybe a block. Gentle pressure into the third eye, seat of our intuition, space just above and between the eyebrows. And now come into stillness. Let the hips get heavy. Bend the elbows so the arms aren't reaching forward. You're just at peace with the shoulders relaxed where you are. You can even bring the index fingers to touch, keeping the elbows bent, making a diamond shape with the arms if that helps you drop in. Total silence and stillness here. Let's inhale for a count of 3, filling up the back body with breath. Exhaling for a count of 3. You can sigh out the mouth or release that exhale through the nose. Try to stay on my count now, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, breathing in. See if you can make the breath fuller, multi-dimensional, expanding the whole torso. Breathing out, surrender and let go of something here that you've been holding on to all day. Breathe in, come into an all fours position now, tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, open the chest. So collarbones and shoulders back, arch. Exhale, press fiercely into the palms, round the low back, let the head drop, round. 3 more like this. Inhale, opening across the chest. Exhale, pressing through the palms to deeply round. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. On the out breath, curl the toes under, send the hips high to the sky, but keep the knees bent. So you're in a modified dog. Navel makes contact with the thighs. Head is heavy. All the weight is in the arms. Knees are deeply bent. Bend the knees even more. Send the sitting bones towards where the back wall meets the ceiling. Find more length in the spine. And then from that space, very gently lengthen one heel and then the other heel to the ground. Keep the breath slow and mindful in this dog. Inhales and exhales, equal length. And then we'll stroll to the top of the mat. So taking your time, no rush. Once you're there, feet hip width apart, parallel, hold opposite elbows, micro bend the knees, and just sway from side to side. If you're using the crystals, see them at the top of the mat. Just know they're there. And then inhale, come into a flat back, so hands press into shins or thighs, get long, dip the chin. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more, inhale, flat back. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, get long, shoulder blades slide down and back. Navel pulls in. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. Reach up, hands meet at prayer. Breathe out, drag that prayer down. Trace the forehead, the face, till the thumbs rest at the heart. Take a deep breath in here. Full breath out. Set an intention for your time on the mat here today. It can be anything related to your practice, your life, to a relationship. And cultivate this idea that through your movement, you're going to fuse your energy with the energy of the stones at the top of your mat. So through your practice, you and the stones enter into the same vibrational frequency, if that makes any sense. So you can keep the stones in your mind's eye. So even with your eyes closed here, as you set the intention, see those stones right at the third eye center, that space just above and between the eyebrows, either the color of the stone or the texture, just visualizing it at that third eye center. And you're going to come back to this single pointed focus, the visualization of the stone as we move through. Inhale, reach the arms up. Still seeing that stone in the third eye. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, half lift, open the gaze. Maybe you see the crystal right there. Exhale, step it back, plank pose. Your choice, lower all the way to the floor. Or you can come into up dog right away, otherwise cobra. Inhale, shoulder heads back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb. Inhale, reach the arms up, coming into a high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend deeper into your front knee. Press through the back heel. Knit your ribs in towards one another. One more huge breath here. Exhale, drop that back knee to the floor. Hands meet at prayer. Thumb drops to the space between your shoulder blades. Press your head into your wrists. And gently open the heart. We're here for 3, 2. Last one. Reach the arms back up. Right hand to right hip. Left arm up and over. Side body stretch. Right hand can come to the floor or a block. Really open the left side body. Reach the left fingertips towards the right side wall. 2 deep breaths. hands come to the inside of the right leg. Listen carefully. Curl the back toes under. Come into a runner's lunge. You're going to exhale, turn. So you're going to pivot to face the side of the mat. Come into Skandasana, side lunge. Left toes are going to flex up. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Just move a little forward and back. You're looking for a juicy stretch in this hamstring. One breath here. And then exhale, crisscross your hands, walk it to the back of the mat. Skandasana, right toes point straight up. Good. Once more. Skandasana, bending into the right knee. Skandasana, bending into the left knee. Good. Take it back to runner's lunge. Top of the mat. Hands frame the foot. Back left heel is pressing back. Step it back to plank. Your choice. Lowering all the way to the floor for cobra or coming into your upward facing dog. Again, see the crystals at your third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. If your focus wanders, just come back to seeing the colors, the shapes at that third eye center. And again, you can always glance at the crystals as well at the top of the mat. They are our focus, our focal point to anchor our mind throughout the practice. Left leg lifts. On an in-breath, exhale, you draw knee to nose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot to the left thumb. Inhale, coming up into your high lunge. Big breath in. Refine your alignment here for the next 2-3 breaths. Soften the shoulders. Bend deeper into the front knee. Press through the back right heel. Draw your ribs in towards one another. So it should feel like your low ribs move closer to your hip points. Maybe the head stacks over the tailbone in a more aligned way. A lot of times we're like arching back in these lunges. For today, try to keep that plumb line of the spine really intact. Crown of head directly over tail. And then breathe in. Hands meet at prayer. Exhale, right knee to the mat. Thumbs between the shoulder blades. Open across the chest. Press the head into the wrists. Back toes can be curled under or the whole back of the foot on the floor, whichever feels more stable to you. Scissor the inner thighs together. 3 breaths here. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Breathe out, left hand to left hip. Right arm reaches up and over. Hand can come to hip, block, or floor. Lateral stretch, so big stretch for the right side body. Reach, reach, reach through those right fingertips towards the left wall. Spiral the heart towards the ceiling. Every in-breath is an opportunity to find more space interiorly in the body, spreading apart the ribs, and seeking internally how you can expand the torso even more with each inhale. And every exhale, see if you can relax and soften into this side bend just a touch more. Last breath. Good. Exhale, hands inside of the left foot. Curl the back toes under. Same as before, Skandasana series. So you're going to turn, pivot to the side of the mat, bending into that front left knee. Right toes point straight up. Crisscross the arms and take it to the back of the mat. So bending into the right knee, left toes up. Once more each side, just crisscross. Right toes up, bending into the left knee, crisscross. Left toes up, bending into the right knee. Hands frame the left foot now. Back right heel lengthens back. Find that runner's lunge shape. Deep breath in. Exhale, step it back to your plank pose. Your choice, chaturanga or lower all the way to the floor. Your back bend, whatever back bend you're doing, is a moment to see those crystals in your mind's eye, right at the third eye center. Notice if your thoughts or your inner drishti, your gaze has wandered, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg up and back, bend the knees, stack the hips. Send that knee farther away from your body so that knee's reaching towards the back wall where it meets the ceiling. And then exhale, take the right knee to the right elbow. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Last time, inhale, up and back. Exhale, this time step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard stretch. Come on down to the elbows. For today, try to keep the back knee off the ground. And if you want, you can hold the crystals in your hand right here, kind of just meditating on them. You can either have the eyes closed, seeing them interiorly in the third eye, or you can gaze down at your palms, just holding the stones. Rock forward and back. So see how I'm moving my hips forward and back, just tapping into a stretch, the inner thigh, inner groin. Again, for today's focus, keeping the back knee lifted best you can. So we have this dynamic line of energy from the crown of the head all the way through to the back heel. If you don't feel it, dip your chin a little bit, lengthen the back of the neck. If you still don't feel it, hug your abdominals up and in so the navel pulls up towards your low spine. 2 more breaths. Good, and then drop the back knee. Press yourself up off the forearms. Heel toe that right foot to the left. You're coming into pigeon pose. So you can do pigeon pose on your back. You can put props. I recommend blankets, blocks underneath this right hip. However you want to get there. Inhale, open the chest. Take both crystals or one crystal in the hands. Reach up, prayer. Let the thumbs drop to the space between the shoulder blades once again. Press the occiput, so the back of your head, the top of your neck into the wrists. Big breath in. Big breath out. Once more, inhaling. Exhaling. One more, inhale. And then exhale, lower torso to the floor. Keep holding the crystals in the palms. So I just have my palms face up, left palm and right. And here you can find stillness, just looking at the crystals. See if you can cultivate this connection between your third eye center and the crystals. So as you gaze at them, it's not like you're just gazing with your eyes, you're also gazing from the third eye center, from Ajna, right here. So instead of folding and crumpling over the leg, for today the spine stays long. 3 more breaths here. You can close the eyes and feel that connection between the crystals in your palms and your third eye center internally, right? So there's no reason you have to have the eyes open unless you want to. If you like now, you can move the torso a little bit, left and right. Set the crystals down, walk yourself up. Curl the back toes under, press it back, downward facing dog. Your choice to move through a vinyasa, to flow, or skip it. Left leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Coming down onto the forearms, but leaving that back knee lifted. Lizard pose variation, rocking forward and back. Hold the crystals once again. So back heel is off the floor and just moving forward and back. And drop into your breath here. Commit to the stretch. This is a much more active lizard variation than I normally teach. I want you to envision the crown of the head moving forward, long line of energy all the way through the whole spine, through the back right leg, and then out the back right heel. 3 more breaths here. Close your eyes. Again, feel that connection like a laser beam of light between your third eye center and the crystals in your palms. Last deep breath. Good, and then let the back knee touch the ground. Come on up onto the hands if you were down on the forearms. Heel toe that left foot all the way to the right side of the mat. Shin drops coming into your variation of the pigeon. Shut yourself up, set yourself up with any props you need. Regather the crystals. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thumbs drop between the shoulder blades. Occiput presses into the wrist, back of head into wrist. Open the heart. Huge deep breath in here. Exhale all the way. 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Once more, breathing in. And out. Reach the crystals above your head. Exhale, fold forward. Again, my suggestion is going to be to come just to the forearms for today. Keep the crystals in the hands, palms face up so you can see them. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Crown of head lengthens away from the rest of the body. So you're here in this pigeon stretch, but focusing on a long spine. Shoulders relax down and back. Forearms in contact with the ground. Stillness here. 3 breaths. Either your eyes are open, looking at the crystals as a way to anchor your mind, hold your focus. Otherwise, eyes are closed and you're visualizing that laser beam of light connection between your third eye center and your crystals or rocks. If you like, move the torso now a little left and right. And dip the chin slightly, lengthen the back of the neck. So even though there's this juiciness and fluidity in the hips, the spine stays very long. There's this linear energy of tail to crown of head. Good. Slowly press yourself up. Bring that back leg around, so you're going to come into a butterfly pose. You can just place your stones or crystals on the feet, so right in between the soles of your feet. Inhale, get long first, and then exhale, fold. Here it's okay to invite some rounding into the upper back. I'm going to invite, if it's available to you, variation of slipping the forearms underneath the ankles. If that's not accessible to you, no worries. Just fold forward, holding the feet, or using blocks to support the forehead, however works best for you. Once again, same idea. You're either looking at the crystals with your eyes open, or your eyes are closed and you're visualizing the crystals on the screen of the mind and feeling that third eye center, Ajna chakra, connected to the stones. Like there's a laser beam of energy there, a string, an energetic string connecting your third eye center to the stone and the stone to your third eye center. It's okay to let the head drop and the chin dip into the body. Ideally here you're feeling a stretch in the hips and the low back and perhaps the inner groin as well. And just continue to soften. If you're holding the head up, let the head drop like a Raggedy Ann doll. If there's too much strain on the inner groin or knees, just waddle your seat back in space so you have a longer diamond shape with the legs. We want to be comfortable here. And 5 more breaths. The mind starts to wander, bring it back to the stone, the imagery of the stone, or looking at the stone. And observing maybe how easy it is for the mind to wander. If you have a especially frisky mind, I invite you to visualize not just the stone, but all the details of it, the color, the texture, the shape. Try to recall exactly what it looks like in the screen of your forehead, the screen of your mind's eye. It's a nice tool to help focus your attention. Good, gently press yourself up. Take the stones in one hand. And now that we've really attuned the stones to our vibrational frequency through practicing, through visualizing them, using them as a focal point, an anchor point for the mind, your rocks and you, or your crystals or you, again, now are hopefully on the same energetic wavelength, which means any healing work you do with them is going to penetrate much deeper. We're going to lie back into a reclined position. Before we do that, I just want you to cross your legs in like Sukhasana, easy seat. Now for some of you, this will feel great. You're gonna lie back with your legs just simply crossed like this. It's a nice stretch for the top of the quads. Now if you're doing this and your knees are way off the ground and it's just super uncomfortable, just take the legs either in a diamond shape or you can just come into Savasana where we'll all be in a little bit with the legs long. So this is just an invitation for those of you, again, Sukhasana, so ankles are crossed. Maybe you feel a stretch at the top of the quads that's subtle. And then you're gonna place your stone or stones onto the chakra or chakras where you want to invite some healing. So this green stone I'm going to place right at my collarbone, that little divot between my 2 collarbones, for some throat chakra healing, since I'm doing a lot of teaching and I want really clear communication with my students. And then again, I think it's nice to work with the third eye always. So this other stone, the purple one, I'm going to put right at the space between and above my eyebrows and just set the smoothest edge of the crystal, the stone there. And then the fingers are interlaced, thumbs touch right on top of the navel. If you're working with the third chakra and putting a crystal right at the navel point, you can just take the hands a little higher or lower. So other places you could place your stone are right at the navel, the belly button for third chakra, right between the breasts for fourth chakra, just below the navel for Svadhisthana, your second chakra, or even lower still, like right above the pubic bone for your first chakra. From here, all there is to do is just lie back, And feel the sensation of the crystal and receive. If you cross at the ankles in easy pose, just take the opposite crossing of the ankles. Just continuing to rest and let the healing energy of the crystals wash over you. If you have the legs crossed, now let one leg and the other leg go long. Palms face up alongside the body. And crystals can just stay as they are. Savasana. Gently begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Collect the crystals in your left hand. Draw the knees into the chest. Circle your forearms around the knees and give yourself a squeeze. You can roll to one side and press yourself up or rock up to a seat, whatever works for you. We'll end with a meditation, just bringing our awareness back into the third eye. So keep the crystals in your left hand. Place the left palm on top of the right. Thumbs touch. And close the eyes. And now feel all the energy that you've created throughout this sequence drawn to your third eye center. Like there's a magnet there, and the energy is just pooling in the space just between and above the eyebrows. Holding your focus there. And visualizing the stones if you need something to anchor your attention. We'll be together here in silence for 5 minutes, just pooling energy in this third eye area. The more you can bring your attention there, the more you can awaken your intuitive capacity. And sometimes having had the crystal right on the third eye center in Savasana and the previous poses just helps you have an elevated awareness of this space. Helps you pool and pull the energy into this area. Slowly allow your focus to soften. Dip the chin, back of the neck long. Squeeze the crystals, either one in each hand. Just sort of squeezing, massaging the stones. Just to reground your energy and also to connect vibrationally, sending your intention, sending your single pointed focus into the stone to really charge it for when you practice with it again. And after a couple really good squeezes, set the crystals down just in front of your feet. Bring the hands to prayer, thumbs at third eye center. Press the thumbs towards one another and then in towards the brow. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring your thumbs to the heart now, and we'll close our practice together with one Om just to connect our energy wherever you are practicing this class in the world right now with everyone else who's practiced and their stones and your stones coming together, inhaling. Take a deep breath in and out. And drop the hands, lift the gaze. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I would love to hear how this class went for you, what your experience was integrating the crystals into your practice, and if you'd like to see more classes like this. So be sure to let me know in our private Facebook group or in the comments below. Namaste.